GG.BET guarantees to show the actual drop rate with precision to the hundreds. Find the best skins only in cases at GG.BET.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to CS.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready to get into it today. I hope you guys are as well. It's going to be the GG.BET Invitational. We've got LDLC taking on the Movistar Riders today. This is the loser matchup from, if you remember, the loser of Group A and the loser from the Group B. So we get to see these teams in action. Movistar and LDLC obviously lost their opening matchups to find themselves fighting to stay alive in the tournament. My name is Dinko. I'll be taking you through the games today. We've got 4 best of 1s, I believe, coming up, which is definitely going to be an interesting affair. And LDLC Movistar Riders is definitely going to be a good match to start things off. I'm kind of interested to see how this one will go, because I can't really put a massive favorite towards one of these teams. You know, you look at it, and you can even see the odds from GG.BET can barely separate these teams. 1.95 for Movistar Riders, 1.79, so slightly favoring LDLC. And speaking of GG.BET, our viewers who are watching right now have a really good opportunity to get some cool bonuses on GG.BET. You can get up to 300% on your deposit with the promo code BIRD. We recommend you do hurry up because the time is limited and the bonus is too juicy to be missed. Make sure you go on over to GG.BET and get that done. Get to the pistol round. And it's going to be XMS on the kit and the smoke, the rest of them with Kevlar. And over on the Movistar Rider side, every single player rocking the Kevlar. As they charge in towards the B bomb site, they're going to rely heavily on finding these opening kills. It's GG.BET lining up too early. Twanu gets one back in as well. Second comes through from Twanu. And it's all on Mopez. He surely falls. Sixer finds him, and it's a pistol for LDLC. One to 0 here for the Frenchman. Movistar Riders don't really get it started too well. They go for the very standard B-rush strategy. We'll buy some Kevlar. We'll see if we can just rush out onto the site and find success in the early damage kills. But they don't get anything. They don't get a bomb plant. So that means the full eco for them here, Movistar. And they'll have to wait and save until round number 3, where they should be able to get the buy through with the AK-47s. But this means LDLC should have a pretty easy time of it. And if you're Movistar at this point, what you really want is to die to like a FAMAS or an M4 AUG. But they've died a couple of players to USPs and MP9, so that's a lot of money picked up for XMS. 4 kills coming in on the anti-eco. 2-0 here for LDLC. And immediately we're into the first challenge. The first gun round, as Movistar Riders will invest in the AK-47s. Utility is there as well across all 5 players. LDLC electing to hang on to one of those SMGs. Twanu, the AWP on the the AUGs on the floor, and he'll pick that on up. So 2 AUGs in play for LDLC, and M4A1S that's come into play a little bit more. You know, there's changes to the ammo capacity. 25 bullets per magazine, and then obviously I've got 75 reserve ammunition. So a lot of changes coming to Counter-Strike recently, and it makes things more viable. But Mopez is going to get pushed here. XMS runs right in. Flash buying assist from Matt Hen allows them to get that advantage with the weak weapon. You know, you look at that MP9 on paper, and it's probably the weakest weapon in play, right? But not today. XMS flashed in towards ramp. That's his 5th kill in 2 rounds. So XMS starts things off well here for LDLC in the round number 3. Movistar Riders still looking for a reply. Lowell looks to try and answer back inside of the connector. He'll find GG.BET. He will topple the Frenchman and toss a Molotov up towards the top of the connector that will prevent the trade from coming through from LDLC. So Movistar Riders, they do pull it back into the 4v4. And they don't want to go back over towards the A site. Currently 1 player close up towards Palace, 1 back inside of CET spawn. 45 seconds for a decision to be made by Movistar. Where do they want to go? Definitely looking like the A-bomb site, and with the utility being tossed on in with 35 seconds only remaining on that clock, they've really got to commit at some point. This is looking to be the A hit, but the rotations coming in from LDLC make this very difficult indeed. Movistar need to get these kills immediately, and they can't allow Sixer to get anything here at this point. They need to drop him, but he's got himself a kill. Tuanu looks up towards the top, but it's Sixer picking up the double. Mixwell comes in with a headshot, but Madhand finds one. Lowell finally strike from the connector, but he has a 1v3. Got the first kill. He will be dropped from the back. It's Tuanu finishing him off. Yeah, there's only 10 seconds on that clock, so Movistar a little bit indecisive here in the first gun round, and they end up losing pretty well to LDLC. So 3-0. A little bit of a half-buy can come in from the Spaniards. And it's going to be the Tech 9 coming in. Again, that's another weapon that was, you know, massively viable. Everybody rocked it until the changes. It kind of got nerfed a little bit, and everybody started using the CZ75. But again, changes from that. There's started to see the Tech 9 slip into play a little bit more. I remember one of the worst changes to the game was the R8 revolver. That was not exactly the best change to the game. I remember when it first came in and matchmaking just broke. Everybody was using the R8, just finding mad kills, but it's soccer. To start things up for the Movistar side, they got themselves a kill on the Tech 9, but the Molotov burns back, and that's Movistar being halted inside of the B apartments. They eventually will walk their way in towards B, and their goal here is obviously to get a bomb plant, and a couple of kills is a bonus. So Matt Hand will get a headshot onto Mopus. Be the advantage doubled again, and Sixer finds the kill onto Mixwell. So Lowell and Alex, the last men alive, should I say. Lowell's going to walk around the corner. There's the kill on the Deagle and the Tuanu. Sixer looking to try and drop low as the grenade came on in. Sixer, yeah, he does it again, and he gets a triple kill, but XMS will steal that one away. It's 4-0. It's LDLC looking very solid out of the gate here on Mirage. Although again, here comes a bigger challenge again. It's Mixwell on the AWP, and he can definitely turn a game around on his own. We've seen it in his opening matchup. He still didn't play too poorly. You know, he had some big rounds for Movistar. He's definitely the star player on the team, the biggest name. And a couple of you newer players or newer viewers might be unfamiliar with Lowell, but he is definitely a player, you know, that's had his time on some of the bigger teams in Europe. He played for Mouse Sports, but he played for Penta as well. So yeah, he's definitely had some experience, and so those two guys probably the ones doing the most carrying here. Is Mixwell is the big name. Obviously had the stint in Optic Gaming, G2, just before he went on over to Movistar. Didn't really get to play with him too often, but he's gone back to his home country. I believe we started to see the rise of Mixwell when he was spotted at the Barcelona Invitational. I think he was playing for Team GG.BET, so definitely a good talent that a lot of people seen, and obviously he was given his chance on over at Optic Gaming. A lot of people started to find things out about Mixwell. Speaks a bit of French. Went to G2. Obviously that didn't end too well, and not this time either, as Mixwell's dropped early. Alex off camera is able to get himself a double kill, and that is not looking good here at all for LDLC. Movistar Riders looking very solid indeed here. Mathen and Tuanu into the 2v4. 37 seconds on that clock. And I think Mathen might be under a lot of pressure here. Plenty of players looking to come towards his position. And Mathen's just going to hold. He's going to wait for Lowell to come into his crosshair, and that's the headshot. Lowell dropped on Tuanu and Mathen to try and pull it off for the Frenchman. With 20 seconds left, there's not so much time for Movistar to strike, and Mathen's gone for the aggressive pick. That's the bomb on the floor. What a play from Mathen. Now I started to charge towards him, but at this point, Movistar realized it's too far gone. They cannot win this, and even when they have a 4v2, it still looks like LDLC are in control. And indeed, they are of this one. Mathen does an excellent job at finding those two kills and really solidifying the round win for LDLC. Movistar have no other choice but to save the two AK-47s. They carry them on over at Soccer, and Alex keeping the AKs in play. Pause in. I think at this point, it's not really been a great start for Movistar. Every time I connect to the server and I see Blade joins and goes into the coaching role, I'm like, I confuse myself. I was like, is that Blade from the CIS teams? Yeah, it's not. It is the coach of Movistar Riders. He is also called Blade. There we go. In case anybody didn't know, and obviously we'll have a little look at the more stats. I'd like to see flash assists, since you actually see who gets the assist now. I'd love to see like a new thing added to the more stats called flash assists. That would be pretty cool to see. It actually is a really nice feeling when you know that you've assisted your teammate in getting a kill. Did it this morning on a matchmaking game, and it felt pretty damn good. But I wish it was only like you could only see it if you're on your team and also on spectator. It is too much free information, and I think obviously Counter-Strike is a game that prides itself on its heavy emphasis on good communication, and that's a skill a team has to have to be great. And so getting free info is kind of shaky. But I guess in sort of the matchmaking and the games a little bit more casual, like pugs, and generally that can work as well, because obviously the communication in those games aren't generally ever good. Because you get so many people from so many different regions, especially in Europe. You know, there's so many different languages, and countries border each other and don't speak the same language, so it can be very difficult to communicate across Europe. So that kind of helps, I guess, but at the top level, you generally don't want free info. You want to see the best Counter-Strike being played and the best teams having the attributes to go with it. But now is Devin opening things up for LDLC. Finally, first blood drawn, but there's only 20 seconds on the clock. Mixel will try and pull things back for Movistar, but Madhen is there to stop him from getting any more. And Madhen's doing a stellar job in towards the B-bomb side in this match so far, but a whiff spray. And 2 kills coming from Movistar. Is there enough time to get that bomb planted? Yeah, there is. So this is going to have to be the retake. XMS charged right in. That's a little bit of a questionable play. And this actually might be Movistar finding their first here. Sixer was only 4 HP. Not much money left on the reserve end of LDLC, so Sixer's going to have to save. And somehow Movistar pulled that one off. You know, there's 5 seconds on the clock. The bomb does get planted by Mopus. And you know, XMS tries to run on in and get that kill, but gets spotted from the bench. And even Sixer is fine as well. It's the pickup from Movistar. They'll be happy with that one. Law finds the triple. And the challenge really does come through for LDLC. They've lost all their money. And so it's going to be a bit of an eco. They haven't had to face that in a while, so it's going to be a couple of pistols. Movistar have a chance here to build up some runs on the first half of Mirage. Grenade towards the top of connector. XMS running over towards jungle. He's got his deagle in play. Back in towards CT. We start having 2 players already towards top mid. 1 up inside of the connector already. And 1 in Palace. So a very spread out default play here from Movistar. Feeling out their opponents. Making sure if there's any aggression or stacks, they just have the information readily available. And they can make the informed decision of where they would like to end up on round number 7. At this point, towards the end of the round, you want to gather your troops and use the advantage you have in numbers and power and firepower with the weapons you've got, and just try and mull over any problems. But if they walk in towards the A bomb site, they're going to have a huge problem, as currently LDLC have 5 players over here, and Movistar coming towards this side of the map. This is where things can really start to go wrong for the T side. XMS starts things off with a quick headshot on the Deagle. As they start moving on in it, so could have pulled it back with a MAC-10. He looks for a second kill, runs out of ammo, and so now under pressure. He knows there's a couple more players here on the A-bomb site, but they're still committing. 30 seconds. Movistar have to go for it. They find 3 kills. It's all in Madhen. Danger averted, but that could have been messy. Good stuff from Movistar. They do withstand in the end, and XMS is the only man that really does anything there. So 5-2. Movistar do get 2 in a row, but LDLC will get the buy-in again. The rifles across the board. No AWP to challenge that of Mixwell. Another little advantage here that Movistar need to use to give them a little bit more success. So Movistar putting players up towards middle. 3 players there with the bomb as they start to move up towards short. Madhen defines Soccer. Not the man advantage here for LDLC, but Twanu's lined up too. Mopaz and Alex fall, and Twanu gets a 3rd kill. Great stuff from Twanu, holding towards short, and that's LDLC finding a flawless round. Twanu is a player that can be a little bit quiet, but sometimes he just has these games where he goes off. And that is a great triple kill coming through on the AUG. He upgrades to the AWP, and so Sixer can pick up that AUG and then get right into it here. LDLC looking to try and do some damage. Another buy coming in from Movistar, but this could be their last for some time. If they end up losing, a lot of pressure lies on this one. Everybody asking in chat whether or not this is a best of one. Indeed it is. It's all best of ones today. I believe tomorrow is when the best of three start to happen. The thing's looking spicy. We've got 4 best of ones today actually. We've got the Group A elimination match up first. This is LDLC taking on the Movistar side. I remember when I first started casting Movistar, or the movie star, and a lot of Spanish fans were not too happy with that. I should have known that, of course, because I do watch a bit of cycling, and Movistar have a pretty good team. One of the top cycling teams is the Movistar team. Probably should have known that. It's so good to find Twanu. Alex gets another kill, and that's a good start from Movistar Riders. They drop Twanu and Matt Hen immediately. Sixer will find Alex, and it will be a 3v4. At least it's within touching distance for the CT side. It could easily fall apart as Mixwell, again, finding success on the AWP for the Movistar team. It's Sixer and XMS trying to pull this back, but Soker has got top mid. XMS has just walked past him. No, I mean, Sixer actually has walked past him. Soker, he'll drop him. XMS is actually over towards Kitchen, and Lowell looks to drop him. And XMS under a lot of pressure here, just hiding behind the wall. Eventually he will be pushed and found as Lowell will take him down. 6-3. Movistar Riders find a little bit more here. That was a really tough challenge for them. If they ended up losing that one, their money would have been gone for quite some time. But instead, the same can be said for LDLC. They're into a bit of a scary economic position themselves. On the CT side, everything's that bit more expensive. So they're going to have to go for the half buy. A little bit of Kevlar spread out across the team. Upgraded pistols, utility, sparse, but it is there on Matt Hen. So they do stand a chance to do some damage, have some impact. But overall, this should be Movistar finding the 4th. There'll be a pop flash towards underpass. Soccer looks to try and start things off, but it's Mopez taking a little bit of damage. Lowell will do a little bit of damage in return over towards LDLC. Davidovec, XMS, and Twanu taking the brunt of it. It's Mixwell looking on the barrel towards Connector. There's a couple of players just on the receiving end of that, just behind the corner, so good if that smoke has popped. CTs actually begin their rotation over towards the B-bomb site, and something LDLC have been pretty good at is sort of predicting which site to stack. You know, usually it's a bit of a gamble, but they have made the right decision in the past, but this time it seems to be the wrong one, as the bomb is going to be moving its way back from T-spawn over towards the A site. Now LDLC have all 5 players over towards B, and generally when this sort of happens on the CT side, you'll see, okay, let's gamble stack towards one side of the map. If they go to the other side, we'll just save what we've got, because there's no need just to run on in. You know, you can set up for a couple of exits. There's no need to throw away the Kevlar you've invested in the pistols. You still get the money. You just don't get the round, and it's unlikely you win anyway. So once they realize the bomb's been planted on the A site, when Movistar realize it's clear, they will eventually just save these weapons on the LDLC, or run a couple of players over there and try and get a couple of exit kills. Movistar Riders, it's not really in their best interest to try and hunt these weapons either. There's not really too much value there on LDLC, and Movistar haven't got the best economy built up. It's starting to get there, and with that bomb plant and obviously keeping 5 players alive, it would be very, very well built up indeed. Over on LDLC, they're going to get a buy in the next round nonetheless, so really no difference. The only difference would be they get a little bit more utility on those 3 players that have the Kevlar, because obviously they don't have to invest in that Kevlar in the next round. But this is where Movistar are going to take themselves 4. I'm actually interested to see whether or not in this match we see LDLC pick up the double op setup. We've seen them running it yesterday, or the day before, might have been already. Sixer and obviously Twanu can definitely run that double op. Sixer, you know, known for being a bit of an inconsistent opper. Can miss some crazy stutter shots, and Twanu can be the same. I mean, he's kind of a hit and miss player as well. He's not known for his massive impact across the board, but he definitely has got that little something. You know, you see LDLC hit up when it does fire, can be pretty impactful. It's just a question of whether it will. But not this time. Obviously, they can't afford it. So it's the rifles out across the board for LDLC. Over on Movistar, it's going to be the AWP in the hands of Mixwell. And the rifles are there as well. The AK-47's the utility on every player. And so this is where their affair starts again. Movistar looking to try and take some control of this first half. They currently are not in control in terms of the score, but in momentum they definitely are. So this is where LDLC need to change that, turn it right around and get back into that driving seat, as it has been hijacked by Movistar as they start to run in towards the A bomb site, or shaping up to go that way. Currently on the starting blocks, but the gun has sounded and they charge in towards A. It is the utility being used. It is going to be that Molotov towards Sandwich, and in the best position at this point is XMS. Needs to get 1 or 2 here. There's the first kill. Drops in towards lower wood, and Sixer elsewhere has got himself a kill. Flashbang assist from Sixer allows XMS to get another one, and Sixer will double up. It's all on Mopus with the AK, the lone wolf against 3 of the LDLC players. I guess the lone wolf probably would have worked better if it was like one LDLC player. I guess their logo is, it's kind of a fox, right? But it's more of a, it's more close to a wolf than the Movistar's M. Well, Davidovec drops Mopus. There'll be 7 here for LDLC. Mirage generally is a CT-sided map. We look at Mirage, we kind of think, you know, CT side, not as heavy as some of the other CT-sided maps, but it generally is a little bit more edge towards that. Take a look at those odds from GG.BET. Again, 2.18 for LDLC, slightly favoring Movistar coming into this now. It's a little bit interesting. Again, make sure you head on over to GG.BET and you get yourself up to a 300% bonus with your 300% on your deposit with the promo code BIRD. Make sure you go over and do that. Again, time is limited, so you have to do it very quickly indeed. But speaking of quick, there's a bit of a opposite approach here from Movistar. They haven't really done too much. A bit of a slower default. They'll hold the main choke points and make sure that if there's any aggression thrown at them from the CT side, they're able to drop them. Utility being used up from LDLC. Molotov deep in towards apartments. Twanu holding the angle. Anybody has to walk over here, they will pick up the kill. 5 seconds remaining. Movistar looking to try and start that fight, but it's Twanu and Sixer picking up the kills. Another kill from Twanu through the wall onto Mixwell. Those Molotov and Lowell into a 2v4, and this might just be a stretch too far as they charge in. It's Davidovec to find the kill. Oh, Lowell gets 1 on the Sixer, but that is all she wrote for him. It's 8-4. LDLC leading by 4 here. And things are definitely looking very good for the Frenchmen now that they've picked up pace. Again, you know, they kind of were playing close in those early runs where they found success, and it only took 1 round win from Movistar to send them back to a low economic buy. And so LDLC, when they're on the pistols, obviously it's most likely they don't win those rounds. But when they get back onto the rifles, they have looked dominant. So for me, I've got to say that LDLC are looking like the better team here. Their chances look much higher to take this. Movistar haven't really impressed me at all in this GG.BET Invitational. I mean, I haven't really seen too much from them that's kind of gave me any confidence to back them. We've seen some signs of life from some of the individuals, but, you know, Mixwell isn't really up there as you'd expect. Lowell and him generally at the top of the scoreboard, but not really doing too much massive impact. You know, the star performances we expect to see. So it's a little bit scary if you're Movistar, because they're the players, you know, that you look to find you some wins. The supportive elements generally shouldn't really be the ones relied upon for hitting the frags, but coming into this is the hero AK in the hands of Soker, who has been the player finding most impact so far on Mirage. The most kills other than Lowell, but it will be a couple of kills from XMS. He gets himself 3. Twanu picks up 1 on the AWP, and XMS finds 4. 9-4 here on the board in LDLC. Again, an easy cleanup coming through Movistar. The Spaniards, they try to go for the fast approach in towards the A bomb site, and it just gets shut down easily by XMS, who definitely has a high skill ceiling. We've seen that in sort of the Envious. That was kind of, I don't know how to describe that Envious. A little bit depressing, a little bit lackluster. Not too many people expected too much from it, but it was just kind of one of those teams. I feel like that Envious is kind of similar to the Cloud9 that's around now, you know, the kind of what is happening. It just really wasn't like a solid team, and so definitely struggled all the time, but XMS definitely had some signs of life within that team. Remember back to the ace he had. I can't remember if it was what, it was a minor. I think it was at one of the minors for the E-League major. I think it might have been Boston. It was at a PGL event. Like a PGL minor or something like that. XMS hit some nutty shots, but doing it again here, Mirage. He's had a big impact across a couple of rounds with that MP9. That means a lot of money picked up, but Alex is going to find Matt Hand. I'll start things off well for Movistar Riders. They've got plenty of control here as well. Alex is up towards window. Player's just outside towards the ramp. A player further back is sort of CT, and Tuanu's picked up Alex. It's into the 4v4. 50 seconds left on the clock. Mopers is up towards Palace. Mixwell finds XMS, but Mopers looks to try and get another kill here for the T side. That would be it. Perfect. But Mixwell, he's the man to collect it. Looking good for the Spanish team right now, but Sixer lines up too. Immediately stays alive under wood and goes for more. He will be finished off. Mopers and Soka, they pull it back from Movistar, but that could have fallen apart. Sixer somehow goes unchecked underneath the wood and is able to get himself 2 kills, nearly more as well. If his teammate hadn't have fallen, that would have been more pressure from Movistar, another angle for them to look at, and Sixer might have been able to slither away with another kill there, and that could have been a big problem for Movistar. But LDLC, they get the double op setup out. This time it's not Sixer on it, it's Madhen and Tuanu rocking the double op setup, which is a little bit more interesting. I don't know if it's spawn based or maybe confidence based, because Sixer just hasn't really, you know, always been known for being a consistent AWP player, so perhaps he's not feeling it. XMS will pick up the kill onto Mopers with the Deagle. Looking back towards the top of connector with Soku. We'll find Tuanu charging on through jungle, but it's Madhen doing a solid job on the AWP, picking up Mixwell and pulling it into a 3v3. Although Soka was not expecting Devadevek to be there, and a little bit of a faster play from Soka, just charging right through CT, neglecting to check the corners. Because of that, he is dropped, but Devadevek, oh, that was the chance there for Alex to really give Movistar a solid inning here on round number 15, but now it's all on low. He has to go back and get that bomb as it's dropped towards T-spawn. Devadevek, good job from him. He's really saved the team here. For the time being, of course. Still all can't fall apart miserably. Lol. Has collected that bomb. He's going to be starting to make his way up towards short. With the AK-47. His aim looks really shaky at this point. Kind of just making sure he's checking everything. He doesn't really have info. He doesn't know where they are. The time has passed so much they could be anywhere. Eventually he will go for the bomb plant. At least that is secured. Both players coming back into the site. Lol will make his way up towards short. The AW, he have the AK looking across the site. The bomb, not exactly planted for him, but that may give him the advantage. They don't expect him to be here, perhaps, as XMS is walking around the corner. They line up for Lol. He'll pick up the 2 players and give himself a triple overall. It's 6.5 for Movistar, and that's as easy as you can get it. Plant the bomb. They walk right into you. You get the double kill. So, good half here from Movistar. They do pull it back from what could have been a very one-sided half from LDLC. I mean, looking at a 9-6 with a pistol pickup here from the Spaniards, they could very much get the second half affair underway. Lol finishing on top of the scoreboard for Movistar, 12 and 11. In below that is Mixwell on 8 and 12. Sucker 9 and 10. Generally below Lol, it's a pretty average scoreboard. Over on the LDLC side, Devadevek had a little bit of sign of life there in that last one. But they still can't get it over the line. He had a bit of a quieter half. The rest of the team did a pretty okay job. They do still stay in the lead. But again, like I said, it can fall from them very quickly. It's a very volatile game. And so momentum can shift very, very quickly. So LDLC come into it, smoking a flash on Matt Antoine, smoke flash and a nade. Everyone else on Kevlar over on the Movistar. Everyone on Kevlar apart from Mopes, who's decided to go with the smoke and the kit instead. So Davidovec his way up towards Palace. Has got the Glock at the ready towards the top of Wood. Flashbang over the top of XMS. Getting blinded. Giving a blind, should I say, onto Mixwell. And it's still going to pick up the kill onto Twanu. Davidovec fires the headshot. And so it's into a 3v4. Onto the bomb side they go. And Sixers looking towards Alex. But that shot not quite quick enough to land as Alex now gives away his position. And elsewhere, Davidovec is still fragging for LDLC. Still finding kills. Mopes finds one for the CT side. But is going to need 3 more. He's going to run back into the site. Sixer looking for it. It's actually Matt Hen to connect the kill. And it will be 10-6. LDLC will pick up the pistol and start off the second half well. They just need to keep this up, convert the pistol, and they should be in a nice position moving forward. And they've actually elected to go for quite a heavy rifle setup. 3 AK-47s immediately being purchased on Matt Hen, Davidovec, and XMS. Twanu going for the MAC-10. He'll be the cash grabber. The man wants to grind that cash out against these low pistols with no armor. And so if you're Movistar, you're kind of hoping that you'll die to like an AK at this point. You want to die to those AK-47s. You don't want to die to the MAC-10. That gives LDLC so much extra money on just the one player, of course, Twanu, who is the player that needs the most money. The Opera on the team. Sometimes you see the Operas of teams now decide to go with just the pistol because, you know, they're usually going up against unarmored opponents. They can just get that one-tap potential again. And so they save a couple of $1,000. That pushes them closer to getting that AWP. But LDLC looking to take mid-control. It's Sixer on the Soaker. XMS lines up 2, and that was quick indeed. Sixer finishes them off, and it's 11-6. The stack inside of mid doesn't really amount to much from Movistar, and LDLC dispatch with it quickly. So this is where the first hurdle arises, as I like to call it. And yet to see if LDLC are Olympic runners or your average kid in PE class. As Movistar will have the buy. It is going to be utility there across the board on all 5 players. I guess you still have to count the decoy in the hands of Soaker. I wonder how many pros have actually fallen for a decoy. Never mind, doesn't matter because the push is coming in towards the A bomb site. It's hot on their heels. It's a charge. It's a sprint from LDLC, and definitely they're jumping over these hurdles easily. The bomb planted, and Mopes, Mixwell, and Alex. I think it's save time. You gotta save that for a rainy day. Not having a thunderstorm in the next round. Seems like they do want to attempt it though. And they run back in. There's no kit alive. LDLC with great post-plant positions and great anti-flashes coming through as well because they just tossed them over. Under flashes coming through. They're completely blinded, but Mixwell will find a headshot moving back into the site. XMS falls as well. Now there's only 2 players alive. It's Davidovec and Sixer, and they're on the bomb site. Mixwell finds the kill. Someone needs to get on the defuse, and they've done it. Movistar have made it back into the site, and there's no time for Davidovec to go back in. How have Movistar pulled that off? So strange to see. Oh no, they haven't. Oh, the auto director. Oh, they can't really see what's happening. That is so confused. I thought he definitely had time for the defuse, but that is incredible. There's no time at all. I thought Movistar had done that, but the kit definitely not paying off, and the camera really letting us down there. T-side ball is coming in. LDLC need to recover from that one. Movistar can't quite get it done there. No kits, and that's heartbreaking. Didn't quite see what was happening in all the chaos. We get the best of views. So we hit 12-6. LDLC 4 away from winning this. That could have been Movistar's way back into the second half, and you know, you've really got to feel for them because obviously that was so close to working. LDLC putting most of their troops over towards the A bomb site. They have got the majority of their players arriving in here with the bomb as well, and the is going to be the smoke execute, the very standard play that everyone knows, in towards the A site. Joker is the only player here though for LDLC, and that causes a couple of problems as he can't really do too much. There's got to be the pistols attempting the retake. Yeah, again, the bomb hasn't gone done yet, and the cavalry have arrived. Finally, Soker is dispatched with, but he has got replacements and reinforcements. 3 players there inside of CT now, but that Molotov comes through and burns alive Mixwell. Mopaz, Lowell, and Alex with only deagles, no Kevlar, no utility, or a kit to be seen. They definitely will not be doing this today. XMS and Sixer, they do drop Mopaz and Alex, and now the last man alive is Lowell. And Tailmeet is untimely death towards middle, where Matt Hen will pick him up with the AK. So it is going to be 13-6. LDLC looking to try and end this game. Although, that being said, Movistar have a buy coming in. It's the AWP in the hands of Mixwell this time, and that's got to have so much more impact here on this half. Second op coming through as well. And yeah, they go for the tactical pause. They need to start talking about what's going wrong, and there is plenty going wrong. They stood a chance into that retake, obviously just not getting it done because of the lack of kit. And so they definitely can find round wins on the CT side. It's just being able to have the time to get into it. So they really haven't got that much time if they end up losing this. So this is a must win from Movistar, as they take the pause to talk about how to approach it. What a start from LDLC though. Matt Hen dropping Mixwell. And Alex is going to look down the barrel in towards the B apartments for any player that would walk in here. But Lowell is going to find Twanu. It's going to be Alex aggressive inside of the apartments. That's perfect. Movistar needed that reply. They needed to answer back to that early pick that came through from Matt Hen. And they get it done. 4 versus 3. XMS starting to make his way out towards the ramp, has the help of Matt Hen. But there's going to be massive crossfire here on the A bomb site. Sixer charges his way through jungle, does find Mopaz, but Lowell is up here inside a palace. Towards the upper wood, Soccer just in below towards Ninja. It's going to be difficult to sort of get rid of this bait and switch setup. Initial damage will be taken by the AUG of Soccer. And that's where Lowell will step out, but Soker doesn't get a kill, so perhaps this is a problem, as Sixer will find Alex. It's all on Lowell, and Sixer surely sees him at this point. Lowell dropped after getting the 1 kill, and you know, that really could have worked on the A bomb site, but it's just Soker doesn't get a single frag, and so that leaves Lowell in a very scary position, and Sixer's just walking around killing everyone. Doesn't even care where they are, and he takes all the kills. So that is LDLC on 14, and I think this is the last stand for Movistar. They have a buy coming in again. AWP is not there. They had 2 of them the last time. Weren't able to get it done. So now it's the rifles and the SMG mixture. Mixwell having himself a FAMAS. It's a M4A1S in the hands of Lowell. They're going to run up towards middle here. Soker looks to try and open things up with his MP9. It won't be the case though, as he's taking a lot of damage, and XMS has actually just toppled his head off his shoulders. Lowell with the sole good rifle. That's found himself Matt Hen. He's into the 4v4. And I'm watching that HLTV confirmed podcast with the Banks and Sponge and Striker. And they kind of talked about the FAMAS and how changes could come to make that weapon a little bit more viable. I actually really agree with that. I feel like if it just had a better burst, that would be very good to see. The FAMAS is definitely a weapon needs some tweaking. It is purchased, but it's literally only purchased in scenarios where they're like, oh crap, we have to buy here. And even at that point, I still would rather pick up an SMG than a FAMAS. Weapon that's actually pretty good as well is the XM shotgun. You can pick that up in these positions on certain maps, certain areas of each map. But generally, you can find a way to play that auto shotgun. But 4v4, finally the push will come in from LDLC. It's going to be over towards the B bomb site. Mopaz starts things off well with the SMG. The MP9 striking, but Davidovec will find Mopaz. Not the kill yet onto Mixwell, but finally he will be dropped. And now Law, oh, Fixer holding the angle, but XMS will find Law. No, it's all on Alex in a 1v3. Got to save the team. Just not looking likely they'll happen. He's got a flashbang, no kit. And he's coming through the kitchen. And that is probably one of the hardest places to retake from, especially when you're coming as one player. You know, you're inside of kitchen, or market. You've got to come on through this area. XMS is holding the right angle. There's a great kill though, but now they know exactly where he is. And that is the big problem, because now he can be dropped. You know, it's Davidovec getting dropped by Alex, but Sixer will step up. And good attempt from Alex. Getting 2 kills there is very difficult indeed. But 15-6, it's map point for LDLC. Movistar struggling here on Mirage. And again, this is a best of 1. So there's no last chance. This really is do or die. It's got to be flawless here on out from Movistar Riders. And I've had a tactical problem from Twanu. He has crashed from the server. I was kind of talking about this yesterday to my co-caster, Oka, about how I was going to start looking into games and finding stats for how many times teams have reached map point and just unable to get the 16 right after it. Because LDLC, if you look at them right now, there should be no way on paper they end up losing this run. But I can guarantee there is a good chance they will lose this, because for some reason, a lot of teams, when they hit map point, can't get 16. It's happened yesterday. They were up against full buy. A full buy was up against pretty much upgraded pistols. Still, it lost. Kind of crazy. Well, we'll put that theory to test here. Movistar Riders are going to invest in pots and pans, and not the good kind. It's a FAMAS, an MP9, an MP5. Utility is there, along with Kevlar and a kit on Law. So there is still a chance here for Movistar. We'll really put that theory to test, whether or not LDLC can just take it over the line here. Nor will Movistar Riders sustain their attempt on Mirage. LDLC gonna toss a Molotov in towards the connector. Players from LDLC start to charge towards middle. There's 3 players there already. Okay, so they've got the map control towards mid immediately. And so they've got 2 players already up towards Palace, 1 inside the ramp. So this is where things start to look very good for LDLC. They want to go for this A split. There's the early kill from Lol though. That's a good start for Movistar Riders. And look at this, LDLC crumbling. Sixer dropped to 6 HP. XMS to 19. And this is not looking too good at all here for LDLC as they back away from middle. And they're going to go back over towards T-spawn to try and commit in towards the A site. And currently Movistar Riders, they have 2 players in towards the start of the map. A third rotating over towards CT spawn. And they're just going to sit here on the A bomb site. LDLC looking to try and commit with whatever they've got left. And they have got plenty left. You can see here, it is a smoke on 1 player. Flashbangs are there as well. They probably would have liked at least 1 more smoke to really confirm access in towards the A site. But now they have to rely on their fraggers getting the kills. As they start to charge on in, it's Soker hiding into a sandwich. He'll pick up the kill on a Sixer. He looks up towards, he's got the AK. XMS picks up 1, Twanu with another, and it's a 3v3. LDLC looking to try and end it here over towards the A bomb site. Davidovec underneath the woods, spots Mixwell charging in towards the site. And he's lucky he's able to pull out his AK in time, but 9 seconds, they've got to get that bomb planted. Twanu's got to do this, and holding the angle is Davidovec. He will spot Alex's head, and this is going to play the retake here. Movistar Riders It's a flank from Mopers. This could do it as Twanu looks at the right time. Spots Mopers coming in from the ramp. And he's just not landing the kills. But Alex will. And it's all on Devon Effect. 1v2. It won't happen. Movistar stay alive. And my theory is proved correct. What the hell? Movistar come in with a very difficult retake, and they still make it happen. So they stay alive for a little bit longer. LDLC will pull out the AWP on Twanu. Devadevek with the AK-47. XMS with one as well. And it will be the full buy from LDLC. And over Movistar. Pretty good buy from them as well. I mean, there's not really too many weaknesses at all you could talk about there on the CT side. Got the AWP in the hands of Mixwell. The rifles are there as well on Movistar. So you can't really say there's too many problems on paper for Movistar. But that is a problem. Devadevek starting things off well. Soccer kill comes in, but LOL answers back perfectly with a trade. So it's still a 4v4. And so LDLC left questioning what's going to happen. But LOL, bit of a questionable play there, but Sixer does the same. Okay. This is kind of strange. Tit for tat. Early in run number 23. Giving away their lives. And Mopers crit angle. That's disgusting. Mopers just walks up towards B apartments. Plays with the edge of the smoke. Walks away with a free kill. So XMS and Twanu have got to find a way back into this. Currently, Alex has pushed his way all through Palace. And you'll get so much information from this that they aren't going towards the A bomb site. The bomb, in fact, is currently positioned towards the B apartments. Lopez is not up there. He's just below the window. XMS creeping up towards short. They're looking to try and B-split this up against the three players. But that Molotov is going to give away Twanu's position over towards the CT side. But the real interesting part of this is XMS's push from short. Lopez has the angle. And so this is looking very good indeed. Twanu going to try and get in towards the site. He'll be dropped by Mixwell. And that is it. It is another round for Movistar. They keep 3 alive. And money is gone for LDLC. This is where Movistar can start to pick up some pace here on the second half. And finally find a way into the game. I mean, I would say back into the game, but they haven't really been in the game. I guess the only time they have been in the game is the start. And that's when it was kind of a little bit back and forth. But after that, LDLC were able to just walk away with quite the substantial lead. I'll have a little look at those odds, because I think they're shifting. Well, GG.BET don't agree. GG.BET definitely say that Movistar are the absolute underdogs now, as at a 10.65 return, and over on LDLC it's a 1.02. It is most likely you'll see LDLC walk away with a win, but a comeback is happening from Movistar. This one should at least be 9. Surely they don't lose against the unarmored opponents and upgraded pistols. But Mixwell starts things off well for Movistar. It's a kill on the AWP. Twanu finished off, and it will be mid being taken by LDLC. Well, Soccer on towards the A-bomb side is trying to take a couple of fights here. I think LDLC will keep most of the players inside the middle. They haven't really found a way, an access point into either of these bomb sites. And again, can't really look at that too much. They've only got the pistols. Movistar Riders don't really need to go towards them either. And we'll most likely just see a big final push from LDLC that will result in a headshot for Soccer. Movistar should pick this one up pretty easily, but as soon as I say that, Sixer does find the head of Soccer on the Deagle. XMS charges in with the P250. 14 seconds on the clock. Surely XMS can't get more than the kill he's already found. They're just going to wait the time. He has got himself a headshot on the wall. What the hell? Through the wall as well. Sees Mopus, or hears him as an inkling that he's coming from the connector. He's only got that one bullet left. XMS just going to hang on to the AWP. Oh, no scopes as well. Perfect stuff from XMS. And we'll get that AWP over into the next round. And that's actually a massive bonus for LDLC. You know, you go into that round with no expectations at all. And you come out with an AWP and a couple of frags. XMS is nearly at 30 kills. Yeah, a couple of them have been eco frags, but Still, it's a pretty impressive scoreline. Let's do our die time here. Sixer starts things off, opening Mixwell up. And will be the man advantage immediately for LDLC. Executing towards the A bomb site. Time for LOL to step up again. He has done it a couple of times, but this time it's really important. Soka actually is going to cut off Davidovek, who was trying to access the A bomb site through the connector. Tuanu will keep it even, finding Mopers, and the bomb has crossed over towards the site, getting planted in default. Mathead looks towards CT, but a double kill. Alex and LOL in tandem find 2 players, and it's not all on Tuanu. A 1 versus 3. Movistar actually making this happen. The comeback is here. They will hit double figures, and I've said time and time again in games that I've casted, when the comeback happens, when you generally see a team hit double figures, there's always that little mental switch that happens. So you're like, okay, we can actually do this. You see 10, and you're like, yes, we are within touching distance of pulling this one right back. Again, it would only be to overtime, and they'd still have to play further than that just to get the win, but yeah, I've done enough here to get double figures. Alex will confirm. And money is starting to become a bit more of a problem for LDLC. Obviously, loss bonus will start to build, and they can go for a bit of a half buy here. Movistar have decided to call the pause here. Now, do they expect LDLC to be walking into this one with a buy? Probably not. I mean, if you get a good read, you can obviously... We can't see it on the spectator for some reason. I wish we could, but on the new update, there's a little thing that sits here, and it shows the level of loss bonus that your opponents have, and also your team, of course. So you can kind of gauge whether or not they're going to get a buy in, and it kind of makes things easier to keep track of the new changes as well. So you have a loss bonus counter. You should realize the buy will come up shortly, but perhaps not quite now. LDLC are going to go buy, though, into a couple of pieces of utility. They invest in those. 2 sets of Kevlar on Sixer and Matt Hen with upgraded pistols, but not too much. They're going to leave as much money as possible, while also giving themselves a chance to win this one, to get a buy into round number 27. Well, charging in towards B, it's Alex and Mopers lighting up the scoreboard. LDLC, they're going to lose 2 players early. A third one is lost, as well as Mixwell is hungry for more action. He will pay a lot at the CZ and get the kill on a Sixer. Davidovek will find Mopers, and Alex will land it all. It's 15-11. Still map point for LDLC, and this time they get another crack at that buy. It is the AK-47s being purchased. Do they go for the AWP? Yes, on Sixer, they tossed on over to Tuanu, and the AK shifted back over to Sixer again. Definitely leaning more towards Tuanu getting this done. We've seen Sixer pick it up based on the spawn, and obviously was able to open things up, but still didn't really amount to much overall in the round, as they were unable to take it over the line. So this is where things need to be changed from LDLC, perhaps a different approach. They haven't really taken their time in considering their options. They haven't needed the pause just yet, so perhaps still feeling pretty confident. Most of the players going over towards B. There's the early pick. Tuanu very proactive in finding that opening kill. Alex dropped, and he stayed alive, which is the most important part here. LDLC, when they did find their early pick, they threw it all away. It's important they just hang on to it and don't make those mistakes, and they haven't done so far. So looking much better here from LDLC. No mistakes have been made. No return frags have come in for Movistar. And now they still have the double up setup, of course. Over on the CT side, they could really start to pull that back. Mixwell looked to try and do it inside of middle. That Molotov will prevent him from extending and looking for the kill inside of middle. Instead, he turns his attentions back towards the A side, which is where the push is coming in. Sixer spots Lol up towards the top of Wood, but the flashbang's in, and Soko lines them up. It's the transfer on the 2 players. Not exactly clean, but the long spray is successful in finding 2 kills, and IXMS faces a 1v4. He has got that first kill. He looks back towards Mopers, but the op will chime in. It's 12 here from Movistar Riders. And then again, LDLC, despite finding the opening kill, are unable to convert it into a round win. And we hit 15-12. Movistar on a merry comeback. All mixed well, and we'll get themselves 4 kills. It's all on GG.BET to try and win it here. 1v4. And he'll be dropped as well, impaled in fact by Mixwell. We are starting to really get that momentum built up on him. You know, he's up to 19 kills now. Triple kill in that last round with the AWP. Previous he had found 2. So definitely starting to find somewhat of success. And I had said earlier we haven't seen too much from LDLC having to really go to the pauses. They've had 1 previous, but there's the second coming in, and you can tell they're starting to struggle a little bit more now as the tactical pause has to come through. What more can they do? You know, they find the opening kill twice and they still end up losing the round. The first time they make the mistake of giving away the trades. The second time they play it well, they commit back in towards the A bomb site and they just end up getting shut down. So perhaps it's time to test the waters a little bit more, try and find a kill or 2 towards middle, try and weaken the defense across the board from the CT side. Maybe 1 kill isn't enough. Maybe you have to try and split up the attack, fake a little bit, keep the CT side not very solid. You know, they have been very good here on Movistar, rotating 3 players over towards the correct side of the map. They walked into A and bam, you've got 3 players looking right at you. You've got an op on stairs from Mixwell, 2 players, 1 under the wood, 1 on top. You've got to deal with all those different angles, and under pressure it's very hard to keep the communication clear. So that is a big problem here for LDLC, you can tell. So round 29 is here. If you asked me some time ago whether or not I seen a comeback happening from Movistar, probably would have told you no. Although, it's happened. And it's GG.BET and XMS picking up 2 kills. Lol is the only man that's got anything here from Movistar, but that doesn't matter. The A bomb site's open, and it is going to be the push from LDLC as they charge on in towards the site. The bomb is going to be picked up and planted. It's got to be a 3v4 retake here, and Movistar desperate for a kill. Alex could have done it there, but just can't quite get it because of the smoke. And so LDLC hold on, they want to get this done. A 16-13 scoreline is what they're searching for, but Movistar want to keep themselves alive again. This would be a heartbreaking way to end up losing the comeback as they go for it. It's Twanu on the headshot onto Mopers. Soker answers back. Matt Hen's on the big flank. It's all onto Alex. And op versus 3. He's got the first kill into the retake attempt as he taps the bomb. He's going to stick it. Looks up. But XMS will end it all. It's 16-13. LDLC will be the victors of Mirage and the Group A losers matchup. And again, it was a pretty shaky performance from LDLC towards the end. And an underwhelming first half from Movistar resulted in having to do a lot of work and a lot of catch-up in the second half. They do end up losing 16-13. That's not all the Counter-Strike we have, ladies and gentlemen, today. We've got 3 more games after this break, so make sure you don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the rest of Counter-Strike action.
CSBET.GG guarantees to show the actual drop rate with precision to the hundreds. Find the best skins only in cases at CSBET.GG.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to CS.Money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.